All right, everybody, this week in Dawson Creek, this is your old-fashioned Jim Halpert rundown for the next 3 days, depending on your orientation. Cruise, summer cruise, of course. Be catching this Friday night. DC Co-op is the place to be in the afternoon, into the evening. Bit of a show and shine. Of course, a meal, check it out. All kinds of cruises are going to be cannonball running, if you will, throughout the city and the region this weekend. It culminates Saturday evening with always popular burnout competition over at the Ovintiv Event Center. The bleachers are always jacked, stacked, and racked with car enthusiasts on that one. Then, of course, downtown Sunday, the core shuts down for the awards. Another show and shine, all kinds of street meet, events, and more. That's what's shaking cruiser-wise this weekend in Mile Zero. It's the Mile Zero Cruisers Summer Cruise Weekend. If that's not your bag, if that's not your game, head on over to the DC Art Gallery, the Elevator. Saturday afternoon, 1:30 is going to be the summer show opening. Check out what's hanging and banging on the walls at the Dawson Creek Art Gallery. And if that isn't your business, you don't like the art, you can't get behind the automobiles, cycling, swimming, running, the DC Triathlon is a go. Of course, the swimming will be happening at the Ken Bork Pool. Cycling and running throughout scenic Dawson Creek. I've seen the route on a sneak peek a couple weeks ago. Community beauty, to be sure. If you're looking to head into the DC hospital today on Friday, into the ER, well, you can forget it. They're closed, of course, staffing issues. Who had Friday on their bingo cards for a closure? You're the big winner. We'll see if that extends into the weekend. All kinds of MLAs were in the region this past week. MLA and Forestry Minister for the British province of British Columbia, Ravi Parmar, was in town. Bit of a Q&A session, meet and greet, talking forestry, talking wood at KPAC, middle of the week. Earlier than that, local MLA Larry Neufeld hosted a team, a gang, a squad, a cadre, if you will, of MLAs of the conservative nature at the Super 8 in Solis. All kinds of issues were brought up there. Very exciting news-based one regarding Site C bridges and if they should be torn out or recycled and reused in the piece. I'm sure we'll have more on that file coming in the next few weeks. Things to look ahead to. It's on the front page of This Week in Dawson Creek. The Garden Tea and Tour is set for July 20th. That's going to be rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling all throughout Dawson Creek, Eris, Farmington, and Poos Coopy yards. It culminates with the tea at the Poos Coopy Seniors Hall starting at noon on the 20th, going till 4 p.m. Maps are available at the DC Visitor Center. You know where that is, right in the shadow of the Dawson Creek Art Gallery. And in case you missed it, of course, DC Music Fest, a hot one over the weekend. We were banging with all kinds of video. We'll probably throw some more outtakes and maybe some one-takes of some full songs as well. But the Texas 4000 were cycling through town. They're making their way. The Ozark team is making their way, of course, from the Lone Star State, the second biggest state, all the way up to the largest state in those United Nations, Alaska. 3 teams are coming from throughout the U.S., working their way through Canada. Cycling, of course, they're actually kind of skipping Manitoba and Saskatchewan. We can't blame them there. And we'll be gathering like the Lords of the Rings, the elves, the humans, the dwarfs, the dragons. All of them will be culminating in Anchorage over the next month as they work their way north. Another one to keep your eye on, in case you missed it, $25,000 was invested by the Lakeview Credit Union into the community. Check out the back page of this week's print edition of This Week in Dawson Creek. They're already delivered to where all the community has been supported. Also in the pages of This Week in Dawson Creek, poet, Yukon poet Peter Jickling will be in Dawson Creek raising some cane with Donna Kane on July 19th. I understand there'll be a open mic component to that one at the Art Gallery, so circle that date on your calendars. Still time to catch Jurassic Park number 7 at this week at the Center Cinema, Rainbow Cinemas. We've caught Superman through the power of Hollywood, so maybe we'll throw up a 2 or 3 minute spoiler-filled reaction and review to that one, so stay tuned there. That's all we've got for you this week in Dawson Creek. I'm Rob Brown. Enjoy your weekend setup, your weekend rundown. You just heard some news.